You know why you're here, Mr. Haynes. You've got information on your recent Nasu Japan mission regarding the upcoming release of Metal Gear 4.
Of course I do. Everyone knows that if you've been reading our site.
That's not the point. We want what you know.
It's everything that you've expected. All the gameplay, all the missions, all the stories. You know the hype about Metal Gear Solid 4. MGS4 surpasses the hype. It's everything that Kojima had promised.
Fair enough, Mr. Haynes. But you haven't exactly been forthcoming with some of the finer details, and we need more information.
I've told you everything I can. Everything that can be written up about Act 1 Liquid Sun has already been written up.
That's not necessarily true. In your Q&A, you talked briefly about Drebin points in the Drebin store system, but you didn't go into detail about the level of customization. You gave no mention of Meryl's presence in the Middle East with the Rat Pack squad, the differences between difficulty levels, Otakon and the Nomad base, stages of operation...
All right. Look, it's no secret that Meryl makes an appearance in this game. That much was shown in the E3 2006 trailer. She pops up right after Campbell's introduction.
Of course, we noticed that a while ago.
But what you might not have noticed is her team, the ones that she refers to in that trailer. She claimed that they were the new Foxhound.
So just who is part of this new group?
It's a 4-man squad. It's composed of Jonathan, a large, hulking weapons man with an exclamation mohawk. Ed, a tattooed radio man and sniper. Meryl, who's the team leader, and a newcomer, Akiba, who's also known as Johnny.
And what are they doing in the Middle East?
They're with the CID investigating PMC activity. They know about the PMC in the Middle East, known as the Praying Mantis, but they also know about other squads known as the Frogs. They're highly trained and synced up with their military tactics, whether that's clearing rooms or fighting as a battle unit. How do you not know this? This was mentioned in the TGS trailer from last year.
What we supposedly don't know doesn't matter. We're asking the questions here.
So why am I answering?
There's obvious reasons why, and we think you know them. Anyway, what is the Nomad?
How do you know about that?
You mentioned it in your preview.
Well, I mentioned the dropship, but I never mentioned its name.
We have our ways of finding out some information.
Alright. Otacon acts exactly as he does in previous games, providing support from the Nomad. This covers everything from briefings and intelligence on the situation to limited field support with the Mark II, his little robot that has stealth capabilities as well. The robot can shock enemies, but it can also be controlled by Snake to collect weapons and items from dead soldiers.
That fits in with the Drebin points you mentioned.
Right. In between missions, Snake will get briefings on the next assignment he's taking on. But you're not tied down to this one long information dump.
What do you mean?
You aren't tied down to the cutscene. While the scene plays out in one video window, you can take control of the Mark II and drive it around the Nomad, investigating the nooks and crannies of the ship and collecting items. It's useful for helping yourself get gear before your next objective.
I see. Are there any other elements to these briefings we don't know about?
Yeah. One of the things that you'll receive within these briefings are stats along the scrolling ticker on how you've done during the previous mission, such as the number of items you've collected, the amount of time in a cardboard box or drum can, how many enemies you eliminated. Stuff like that all added up can possibly wind up unlocking new items for you for your next mission or objective.
Very good. Now you stated in your preview that you completed the game on the solid normal difficulty. Tell us more about the other difficulties and how the AI will adapt.
You must be confused. That was in the Q&A. Nothing about the difficulty level was written in...
Just answer the question.
You're lousy at motivation. Anyway, there are 4 initial difficulty levels when you start out the game. Liquid Easy, Naked Normal, Solid Normal, and Big Boss Hard. The game automatically defaults to Naked Normal when you start up the game.
So why did you try Solid Normal?
We were directed to. It offers a challenge by itself. Intelligent soldiers that search rooms in 3- and 4-man teams, enemies that scan the environment for potential trouble, and soldiers that seek to flank and eliminate you from various positions. They're smarter than any other soldier you've ever gone up against in previous Metal Gears.
And what about the harder difficulty levels? What about Big Boss Hard?
I only had a limited amount of time with it, but there was a definite change. Enemy soldiers appear to shoot much more accurately and perform tighter sweeps during their patrols. If alerted to Snake's presence, they check everything around without giving up so easily. That includes trash cans and corners. Relying on octocamo is much more important. That and solid aim with any unlocked weapons.
And there's one last thing we've been wondering, Mr. Haynes. What is Sons of the Patriots?
Where the hell did you hear about that?
We told you. We have our ways.
There's only so much that I can tell you. Although some of it has been recently leaked by external sources on official blogs. I mentioned in my preview that every soldier, PMC and militia alike, have been injected with nanomachines. Well, these nanomachines wind up regulating everything for these soldiers' lives. Everything from real-time data on the battlefield to emotional states. This overarching system of control is known as SOP, Sons of the Patriots. It lets soldiers visually share information amongst squad mates, so they have a sense of what's going on in the midst of battle. The TGS trailer from last year highlighted this via the Rat Patrol against the Frogs.
So how does that influence the game?
Take a look at the E3 trailer from last year. It indicates just what Liquid's plan is. The disruption and ultimate control of SOP. He gains that control. He controls the battlefield and any army on it. With a large army already gathered, Liquid could easily conquer the world if he succeeds.
But it looks like Liquid already has that ability in that trailer.
Guess again. That's why he needs Naomi, who's included in that trailer and the TGS trailer from last year. There's a connection between Foxdie, SOP, and warfare that's much more complex and more sinister than it actually seems.
And that connection is...
No. That's all you're getting from me. I'm staying mute until the game comes out. It's less than 50 days from now.